I'm sweating and shit, and I can't turn on the fan. So, but Raphael 87, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, want to touch on this shit because I do be thinking like hip hop, bruh, is like a it's it, it's transparent throughout the world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like hip hop. So, a lot of people don't want to touch on Dirk or like people like Mozzie uh, correctly, and you know what I'm saying, without disrespecting them. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of these bloggers, because the views and the sensation, they like the news, like they 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 give you the news, right? But they gotta sensationalize it so that you'll watch it and continue to watch it. But you really don't have to do that. But they feel like they gotta do that because that's just corny motherfuckers, basically though, for real. But like Dirk Ibazi, they have been perpetuated violence in their cities, even if they're not directly responsible for the shit. Even them pretending to be directly responsible for the shit is perpetuating more violence because it's the imagery that they put out. Like they just, but I guarantee you, bruh, I have to do more questionable criminal activity than Dirk or Mozzie have to do at all, bruh. They got higher security where nigga they don't have to have a gun on them. They got a fucking security guard, bruh, with three security guards with fucking licensed Dracos, you know what I'm saying, or something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So when they're in their cities, they rolling around with bulletproof cars and all of this shit. So yeah, people talk shit, bruh, but um, you know, even on the other side, but y'all at a position, bruh, like you got so much influence with millions of people that whatever you say kind of go. So you just doing that shit to be vengeful and ugly, bruh. But you got a beautiful life. Why you wanna, and you're using it as a tool, but you're damaging kids and a lot of different people just based on but you don't really believe it. It'd be one thing if you really was like committed to the whole thing, bro. It's like the whole thing. You got to crash out when you a G like that. How y'all niggas say y'all G's, it's eventually a crashing out point, bro, one way or another. Cause that is like you're saying there's no breaks to your gang shit. There's no breaks, absolutely none to your what you pushing. So eventually, that type of lifestyle, cause I know a million motherfuckers like that they eventually crashed out, bro. They eventually crashed out. So I sadly, I'm kind of assuming that y'all gonna crash out if that's how you living, but that's probably not exactly how y'all living, and I'm grateful for that. But I hope, cause I ain't diss nobody's dead friends or none of that shit. So when the other people that are from y'all towns is talking about y'all stopping that shit, but they be kind of dissing certain shit. Even Sacramento Gang Archives, he be dissing some of the people out there. So it's hard to take in his message. You see what I'm saying? And all I'm saying is, bruh, enough is enough with the bullshit, bruh. Y'all all talented. Y'all could take y'all talents now elsewhere. And besides Dirk, anybody that's doing that type of rap, Mozzie he got his own lane. But a lot of you young rappers, hella young, 19, I ain't 19. So, um, but a lot of you rappers that is, what I'm saying, y'all trying to rap like these dudes, but y'all ain't in the position of these dudes. And another thing, this shit like the WWE, bruh, for reals. Besides Chicago, I guess a lot of places like that. I'm not going to even lie. A lot of places uh, are getting like that, but y'all keep trying to play this shit. Y'all demons. You know what happened to demons, bruh? Demons always get got, bruh. So early, you know what I mean? Like y'all could enter into that spiritual shit. Yeah, it's some spiritual shit y'all talking about. So y'all think it's a song or whatever, but it's you know what I mean? That's just how it go, bruh. But I'm just saying with them two. Now there are other people dissing back and all of that shit, but they got the biggest platforms. They are the leaders. They are the ones that whoever created us chose to lead the youth. So if you gonna lead them into a crash course, bruh, you just that's some buster shit. Just to be honest, that's some buster shit. When you could talk about anything, you at the snap of your finger, bruh, you as powerful as politicians. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the ears of the youth. So if you utilize that, you're gonna stay blessed. You know what I'm saying? And there's always a stop for you. You know, God, shit. This is how I look at it. If you do decide to change, if both of them decide to change, and other rappers, I just chose them two in particular. But there is many rappers that do this, so I ain't trying to call them out. But if y'all chose to change the narrative, shit, it just changes, bruh. Just like every other narrative, bruh. But shit, if you want to go out like a dummy, cause that's a dumb plan. But I'm gonna tell you on another level. If you haven't noticed that all the shit that's been y'all been recording on motherfucking camera, all the legal shit, bruh, it's just you guys just left a file for when they was ready to come and investigate that shit. You just left them a file online, bruh. That's you can't take it offline or none of that shit. So, um, you know, that type of lifestyle gonna come to an end anyways. It's foreseeable that they're going that whoever the powers that be eventually gonna stop all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not legal, bruh. It's just fucking not legal. So if something's not fucking legal and you're doing it online, that's leaving proof of the shit. Even the computers are fucking high tech nowadays. So some people might get away with it, but a lot of people ain't. You know what I'm saying? You're leaving a fucking trail of what you're doing, and I don't know if you just don't give a fuck, or you know what I'm saying? You think you that smart, but shit, mother, this shit is set up for you to do that shit so they can catch your ass, cause they want to get you. Okay, then you know what I'm saying? That's what they do. They put enough put enough cheese for the rat and nigga grabbed it. You know what I'm saying? So um, you can play with all of that shit, but at the end of the day, bruh, nobody wins that way. So and I ain't nobody. I just wanted to say that shit because I'm not a fucking blogger. I'm just a regular motherfucker. And even if I was a blogger, I'm still a regular motherfucker. So I just feel like, you know, y'all gentlemen could do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. But I'm saying it's not the smartest plan. That's all I'm saying. It's not the smartest plan because imagery is everything. Do you think Bill Cosby did it, or you think his like like do you think Bill Cosby was guilty of what they were saying, or they could paint an image of Bill Cosby being guilty and that nigga was guilty? So it don't matter. That's why Young Thug in there, but you gotta figure, nigga, if you're saying it, it's not. They like, well, it's in his words. In his words, he said he did that. And if it could like be pointed towards some shit, then they, nigga, you know what I'm saying? So what the Miranda writes when they like every word will be used against you in the court of law. So that's what they're saying, bro. Every word will be used against you in the court of law. You got freedom of speech, but every word you use will be used against you in the court of law. It's point blank period. It's what is written is what it says. And that's the law, bro. So I'm just also trying to teach you about law. That is simple, nigga. It's saying it right there. So even telling or you telling on yourself by saying you're doing crime, that's they can use it in the court of law because any and every word will be used against you in the court of law because it's the court of law. That's different from what you talking about your First Amendment rights, bro. They're talking about the court of law. But that's all I'm trying to tell you. I'm just trying to give y'all some knowledge that you ain't gonna get in college, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hopefully people view it, man, like it. No disrespect intended towards nobody. I just don't want to see people keep going on a crash course.